Hey everyone, today I'm showing you how I broke out of Watson after Jackie didn't show up at the All-Foods plan. Now, this first bit I should specify, from what I've tested, the key factors to making it through the checkpoint are having a motorcycle, the distance you're able to start away from the Militech checkpoint, the speed you're able to get up to, how much airtime, and accessing the radio. You can see on that one, game didn't even have to do the glitch effect before I was turned around and loaded away. But I did notice that going over 160 miles an hour, I had made it much closer to the physical checkpoint than I had before. So, on this attempt, I decided to go an indeterminate distance away and just try and make sure I could hit 180 miles an hour, or whatever the top speed of this bike ended up being. I wasn't even sure I'd seen 180 yet on this bike at this point. But, lucky for me, I had a considerate fellow Night City citizen help me turn around right here. That's far enough, bro. So I said my thanks. Got tired of the tunes I was listening to you. Lucky for me, I don't have to scrub the audio files because the PlayStation 4 does not record your car's radio when it saves playback. But I think opening the radio right here and making it stop loading what's ahead of you while you're going fast is an important step of making it through these checkpoints. I have tested this with a sports car, and making the first jump is doable. It's very tight. It's a very tight turn to make, but you want to be on a bike going 170 miles an hour by here, and you gotta make this tight little turn and hit that ramp, and you want to be airborne when it tries to grab you. I don't know if colliding with the pole was necessary, but I think it helped get me out of the cop's line of sight. Now, from this point, my main focus was getting as far from the checkpoint as I could. I didn't want the game to start questioning where I was and crashing after I got past this. This little grab area, I don't know if it's the motorcycle's turning radius or the acceleration, but I could not get a sports car past here. And this, I'm just going. I'm going, I want to see outside of Watson, and if that means leaving Watson in my dust yesterday, that's what I was doing. I didn't think you guys would want to sit here for 4.5 minutes of driving, as I just escaped though, so sped it up a little bit. Pardon the high-pitched motorcycle noises. Now, at this point, leaving the desert, getting back into bigger city on the highway, I was very concerned about crashing the game, especially after almost crashing the bike. So I wanted to save what kind of motorcycle this was for posterity, because I had not looked yet. I'd grabbed this from an assault in progress and just started driving around. Delightful scanner malfunctions, but the Kusanagi CT3X. So here, I've spent a few hours outside of Watson. I've found some fast travel points that I haven't tested yet, and I've decided it's time for me to get back into Watson on my own. Maybe the fast travel points worked, but meh. Now, the last few times I've been attempting this, it was not going very well, but the time before this, I found a neat little area that doesn't have Militech line of sight, so you can get some speed back up after just kind of get in through that tiny little gap. Cops go hostile, try and shoot you. Now the great thing is, your legs don't matter, because you can just replace them, so that gap doesn't bother you a bit. And just like that, I'm back into Watson. So, outside of that, one thing I've found in this game is a few slopes tend to really accelerate at V as you explore Night City. So I'm a big fan of going fast. I decided to add a little bonus for this. Enjoy your time in Night City.